Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashley if you don't know me. I posted my last video last week on how I got pregnant with quadruplets. You can watch that. I'll post the link below for you guys. This week we're just going to talk about my first trimester recap. I am now 14 weeks and I believe 4 days today. So now going strong in my second trimester. Symptoms have definitely eased up a bit. I still get nauseous and everything, but I'll go over all of that with you, so stay tuned. All right, so before I go ahead with this video, I just kind of want to give you guys an update if you watched last week's video. So we were supposed to do a gender reveal this week, but my last ultrasound, the babies are being a little bit stubborn. So baby D, which is the fraternal baby, they weren't too sure with baby D. So they were kind of in between that time period where they kind of go off an angle and when, you know, that outer genitals are really starting to develop. So they wanted to wait 2 more weeks. It's now like a week and a half for them to tell me the sex of the baby. So we actually have to wait for that, but I will post a video next week. The day I find out, we're gonna do our gender reveal, just because I'm getting impatient. Family members are getting impatient. Friends are getting impatient, and we kind of just want to know the sex of the babies already, just so we can start getting some gender stuff rather than gender neutral. There's some cute gender neutral stuff out there, but you know, it's going to be more fun getting either girl stuff or boy stuff. So to start off with my first trimester symptoms, the first one I would like to talk about is fatigue. So right away, even before I knew I was pregnant, I was really tired. And if you guys don't know, I'm a registered nurse, so it was hard for me to differ whether if something was really up. I just thought it was nursing related tiredness. On my days off, I wanted to sleep all day. I just thought I was being lazy. At that time, I was doing RN and BSN online schooling, and I just wasn't as motivated. So like the past few years of school, you know, I just graduated last year with my RN. I got straight A's, but this class I was slacking. I'm not gonna lie. I was submitting assignments either late or I didn't do one assignment. I still passed with a B, but I have gotten straight A's in the past few years, so even that was off for me. But fatigue was a big one. Once I did find out I was pregnant, I felt okay at first. I wasn't too tired, but it was around Valentine's Day. Man, I was like sleeping that whole day. So I was off that day, and we had celebrated Valentine's Day the day previously on the 13th. And on the 14th, I was just exhausted. Like I couldn't stay awake. I would like wake up from a nap, maybe eat or drink something, and then fall back asleep. And I felt like my eyes were like so heavy. Like I just could not stay awake. So definitely started getting really tired around then. Second symptom, which most pregnant women get, is nausea. So thankfully for me, I didn't have the vomiting part of it, but I would get super nauseous. Definitely at work when I would, you know, smell all these different smells. I was dry heaving at times, like between my morning med pass, I would have to stop and I would just be like, and just kind of have to like get myself together. So that was a big one, was just feeling really nauseous. I found that vitamin B6 did help me. Kind of took the edge off, but I was still nauseous. I still get nauseous, and I'm in my second trimester, but definitely not as nauseous as I used to be. Now, my doctor just recently prescribed Zofran, and so the days where I feel really sick or the nights where I just can't go to sleep because I'm feeling, you know, really sick to my stomach, I'll take Zofran, and I do see that it helps a lot, and that's safe to take during pregnancy. Food aversions. Sorry, I have a list down here just so I don't forget anything. Food aversions, I feel like that was a big one for me. I didn't want to eat my normal meals. I didn't want to eat chicken. I didn't want to eat veggies. So before I got pregnant, I was like on this green beans and potato mixture type of deal. And once I got pregnant, I didn't want to eat that. I did not want a lot of healthy stuff, which was bad. But I also didn't want like too many bad things. Like a lot of fast food places just didn't sound good to me. So it was like really hard for me to eat nutritious foods in the first trimester and just to eat in general. Definitely once I found out I was pregnant with quads, you know, I was a little stressing out about that time because obviously I have to eat way more. You know, they say in a singleton pregnancy that just eat for one, but in a quad pregnancy, you actually do need to eat a lot more because you have 4 babies in there and have to make sure you're providing the right nutrients and everything for all of them. So I was having a hard time with that. I still didn't really have any food cravings, and I still don't. Not weird food cravings, like I would crave like maybe a hamburger or Mexican candy. And before you guys say anything, I know I shouldn't eat it just because the whole talk of it might be having lead and everything. I just kind of limit myself. But yeah, I just honestly, even before I was pregnant, I just love Mexican candy. That's like my thing. It's really hard for me to drink a lot of water. Before getting pregnant, I would drink like close to a gallon every day easily, like always had water with me. And now I find that I'm like forcing myself to drink water. And even at times I'll like grab a Coke or something, things that I typically don't drink. The other thing is coffee. Obviously my job is very demanding, so I would drink tons of coffee at work or in the morning, and then maybe have some sort of energy drink. And I know they're bad, but I would like drink those Alani Nu energy drinks by Katie Harn. And so that would help me, or if I was gonna go to the gym or something after a shift or on a day off. But once I became pregnant, I could not stand like the thought of coffee or the smell of it, taste of it, nothing. I drank coffee once, and that was at the beginning, and after that I just can't stand it. I don't want to smell it, nothing. And so that's really shocking to me, just because I love coffee so much. And yeah, it's just these babies don't want any coffee. So on a side note, I know I keep moving around, but my back hurts really bad, so just bear with me. I immediately wanted to just stay in. Like I just wanted to be a homebody. And at that time, you know, we knew COVID was a thing. We heard about it, you know, in China possibly coming to the US, but it wasn't, you know, in a crazy lockdown like it is now. But even then, I did not want to go out. Just something in me, I don't know what it was. Didn't want to go out to the grocery store. Didn't want to go out to the malls, like anywhere. I didn't want to go out to date nights. I just wanted to stay inside. And at that time, we thought we were just pregnant with 1 baby when that started. So I thought that was really interesting that I did not want to do anything that had intel of me going outside other than going to work. So the other thing that really changed when I became pregnant were my sleeping habits. I wouldn't say I was a really good sleeper prior to becoming pregnant. With having to go pee constantly and just tossing and turning at night, I feel like I'm up a lot more. Definitely, even now going into my 2nd trimester, I still wake up like 2 to 3 times a night minimum. And so I found what really works for me is this pregnancy pillow. Post the picture right here. I'll post the link down below on Amazon, but it was really comfortable. So there's like a attachment piece where you can have it be like that full-size pillow, but then you can take off that little piece and use it, you know, just as a little neck pillow, or just like use it to hug it. And so actually use that smaller piece a lot more than I used the longer piece, just because I was trying to get used to laying on my side. You know, obviously I make myself lay on my side now because I'm getting a lot bigger, but I'm definitely a back sleeper. So I'm still need to get used to the pregnancy pillow. My doctor also prescribed Unisom. So it has to be one that doesn't contain the Benadryl in it. And so that's actually safe to use in pregnancy. So a lot of times providers will, you know, use the Unisom and the B6 together, and that will actually help combat nausea as well. So found that really interesting. But now that I don't need to, you know, use additional things for nausea because it's not as bad, I will use the Unisom, you know, for days where I'm really tired or if I felt like I didn't get enough sleep the night before. This pregnancy, I thought it was going to be 1 baby, and I thought I was going to be super active, being in the gym and working out, and despite of the gyms being closed with the whole COVID-19 thing, I'm still, you know, walking outside, doing things like that, just getting like fresh air, you know, light moderate exercise. But I do take it a lot more easier, I would say, with a quad pregnancy, just because I face a lot more risk. And so I don't want to overdo anything, and I feel a lot of discomfort as well, a lot of pressure and sometimes pain in my pelvic area. So whenever I start feeling that way, I just prop my feet up and relax and drink some water. Definitely taking it easy with this pregnancy. You know, there's so many unforeseen things that I read that can happen from like 13 weeks to 23 weeks. And I'll get admitted around 23 weeks, trying to not exacerbate anything or try to prevent whatever I can right now. Just as for eating, I'm trying my best to eat as much as I can. There's this book that I bought. It's like what to expect for twins, triplets, and quadruplets. So I'll post a picture up here. This book is actually pretty helpful. I found that with quad pregnancies, even if you're overweight, you still need to gain between 70 to 80 pounds. Now, I haven't even gained a total of 10 pounds. I can't stuff my face, because if I do and I feel like I'm eating way too much, I just feel sick. I can't sleep. Like, it's just not a good feeling. My doctor just said if I snack on stuff, you know, every 2 to 3 hours, that'll be good. Usually if I eat a really big meal, then I'll kind of go a little bit longer from that. I just make sure I drink tons of water. I'm always carrying around one of these Trader Joe's water bottles. So we were actually lucky when all the stores were out of waters. We went to one of the Trader Joe's around here, and they had no limits on water. They had tons of cases and everything. And so we stocked up on the big ones for me. For some reason, I don't want to drink filtered water. Since I became pregnant, and like prior to this, I always did. Like, I have a Brita, that's my thing. I'm always changing out the filters every 3 months. But it just grosses me out for some reason. So I just always have the water bottles with me. So as I said earlier in the video, we're gonna do the gender reveal next week, and just gonna keep everyone updated throughout this pregnancy. You know, I'm feeling good. Definitely getting bigger than obviously what I usually am. A lot of my clothes don't fit, so I did order some maternity leggings. If you guys recommend anything or any leggings that you guys like, just go ahead and tag below, or just maternity clothes in general. Even if it's not maternity clothes, if it's comfy and stretchy, please send it my way. I keep wearing sweatpants. I even got to the point where some of my scrub pants don't even fit well. So I'm finding myself like wearing the extra big scrub pants that I bought a long time ago, that just like as a backup. Yeah, so definitely like and subscribe to my page if you guys want to tag along with this journey that I'm on. We're super excited. I'm excited that we got a lot of likes and comments on our last video. We appreciate everything. You know, it kind of sucks that I'm pregnant at such a weird time because I can't have a baby shower. I'll be admitted in June. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who have, you know, bought stuff off my baby registry, donated to the diaper fund. We truly appreciate that. But as of now, we're just trying to prep as much as we can for the baby, and as well keep me safe as well. All right, so thank you guys.